Hello, hi, I'm Cryptic Hybrid and this is To Be a King. Now, To Be a King is a visual novel in which you play a general who's tasked with protecting his king and the royal family, and in order to do that he has to stay in the royal palace and deal with all the craziness, all the intrigue and, you know, potential killers lurking in the shadows. Now this is chapter 1 of To Be a King. Later chapters are in development, but you know, we have this chapter available on itch.io, so let's check it out together. This is To Be a King. How would you like to be addressed? Let's go for David. Oh, hello. Princess Valentina, we are honored to have you here. It's good to see you, David. I'm very happy you're here during my goodwill tour of the eastern provinces. Congratulations on your newest conquest. It's my honor to serve the kingdom and your father. He's always been good to me. Are you enjoying your tour of the eastern provinces? Very much so, yes. But I was mostly excited when I heard that I'd be meeting you. Well, that's very flattering. May I ask why? Well, there's something I want to talk to you about, but it's a private matter. Would you have time to meet me tonight? Alone? Of course, I can always make time for the princess. Fantastic. I'll see you tonight. Meet me in the temple courtyard an hour after sundown. And thank you again for providing me with additional protection during my stay here. It's been such a dangerous time for our family lately. It's my honor to serve your family. Okay, that's gonna be trouble. Valentina's gonna be trouble. There you are, and it's just you. Only me, but I'll admit the secrecy has me curious. Are you not concerned about your safety, your highness? No, your troops are near enough. I imagine a call could have them here in a heartbeat. My father has provided an ample personal guard as well, and of course, there is you to protect me. Then why could we not have discussed this matter earlier today? It's just that, you see, Princess, what's going on? Do you remember when you visited the palace when I was younger? Yes, you loved to play games. You always rescued me. From imaginary evildoers, yes. And the occasional palace guard? You always made me feel special. I remember. But what does that have to do with our meeting tonight? You know as well as I that royal daughters are married off to ensure alliances. I'm very familiar, yes. It's one critical way that we ensure the safety of the kingdom. Yeah. Has your father already promised you to someone? No, but I found someone I adore. Someone I know would never betray my father, and he's wise and powerful. I don't believe that woman gets any say in the matter, but do tell me who you've chosen, Princess Valentina. You! What, me? Yes, you're loyal to my father, a powerful general, and you're good to me. You're also handsome, which definitely counts as for something. I don't want to be married off to some ugly old man. Princess Valentina, you left me truly speechless. Will you talk to my father and make the arrangements? Princess, I hate to disappoint you. I'm flattered, but this is your father's decision whom you marry. Also, you're a few years too young to be promised to anyone. But if you speak to him, now, it would ensure that when the time is right, I would be your wife. After all, girls have been promised to men as young as 14 before. It's true, but that was many generations ago. We wait until 18 now. So you talk to him about me becoming your wife when I'm 18? Princess Valentina, I don't believe I can do that. What am I to say? King Aricelus, your daughter is lovely and I would like to take her as my wife in 2 years? Oh, so she's 16 now. Okay. That sounds perfect. Maybe throw in something about how you would be so honored too? Princess, I hate to deny your request. Then don't. I want this. Do you not want me? It's not a matter of not wanting you, it's the king's decision, and me asking such a thing might end with me in a dungeon, or worse. I'll tell my father it was my request. He always gives me what I want. Well, he won't give you this. You're quite a prize and he would expect a lot in return for his youngest daughter. Princess, But David, I love you. She's 16, she doesn't know what love is. Your Highness, see, exactly. Your Highness, do you even know what love is? Yes, I know what it is. I know it's when you can't stop thinking about the person. I know it's when every time you're near them your heart skips a beat. I know that it means you can be happy just by being with your love. I feel that with you, and I've never felt that way about anyone else. Don't you remember those games we played where you rescued me? Well, those games we played were just that. They were games. Well, they meant something to me. You were my hero, and seeing you now has just confirmed that we are meant to be together. Princess Valentina, you're young. I'm sure you'll have others that make you feel this way. No, I want you. If you won't talk to my father, then I will get back to the palace. We are meant to be together. Then I will so she's gonna talk to her father. I'd protect you with my life, princess, but you need to reconsider this. No, you are my love and nothing will keep us apart. Princess Valentina, wait! Come on, you made her cry. That's probably not good to make a princess cry. The complexity of the situation has not lessened. I've received letters from Princess Valentina since then. I'm not sure they can be called love letters, but they are certainly affectionate. I felt that I could avoid the situation while being stationed on the eastern edge of the kingdom. I wouldn't have to confront this. But now I've been recalled to the palace. The kingdom has been in turmoil lately. Apparently the king feels I can help stabilize things. I pray he's right. Oh, so now we're getting back. Okay. The king and queen. David, it's so good to see you well. You as well, your majesty, and Queen Helena, lovely to see you, though I'm sorry it is under these circumstances. Thank you, David. I'm confident that a loyal man like yourself can end the madness of the last few months. Your conquests out in the frontier and the land you took from the kingdom of Libani certainly show you as a man of decisive action and skill. I've served the kingdom loyally for almost 30 years. 30 years? How old is this guy? I mean, well, he's a general, so... But still... But being out in the eastern frontier has left me out of touch. I'm afraid I've just heard rumors about what has been going on. It has been an extremely dangerous time for us here in the palace. I remember you when you were young, always eager to help, always fiercely loyal. And look at you now. The way you lead men for Caudium, I guess this is the kingdom, is beyond compare, exceeding everyone other than myself, of course. I'm pleased by your praise, but we both know that's not why I'm here. Unfortunately, it is not. What have you heard, General? I've heard stories, Your Majesty, but I'd rather hear such information from you directly, as I know I won't be flavored. It won't be flavored or warped by gossiping tongues. Very good. Well, it's been a troublesome time in the capital recently, especially here in the palace. Aricelus rules wisely and generously, yet there are still men trying to end him. The lust for power is never quenched, my dear. Does this all relate back to King Aricelus taking power? I know after King Julian was struck down by the plague, there were those who wanted the power for themselves. There's always that possibility, but it's been over 6 years since... It would be nice if they could recognize all you have done for the kingdom. And some do. It only takes a few to foment a coup, though. We needn't think that those are the sentiments of the majority of our subjects. I do feel some relief that we have a man before us that can put an end to all this. But still, I'll feel better when we know that we have eliminated all threats inside the palace. Well, that's why I'm here. But tell me more about what has been going on the last few months. My campaigns in the east have kept me a bit preoccupied. Oh, of course. It started at the end of the harvest season. The king had been away visiting some of the western provinces. Upon his return, a madman leaped at him with a dagger. If it had not been for the quick action of the bodyguard in subduing him, I shudder to think what could have happened to the king. Oh, that's appalling. The second attempt occurred around the festival of the moon. I was enjoying myself at a party. Honestly, not a care in the world. I figured the first incident nothing more than an isolated one. We had discovered 2 others involved in the conspiracy, and both were eliminated. Did someone attack you at the party? No, I'm afraid it was much more subtle than that. I believe they poisoned me, though thankfully not a fatal dose. Poison with what? Are you certain? I'm not entirely certain, but our cooks here in the palace have never delivered food that has caused me any trouble. Thankfully, I was only mildly ill with some vomiting for a few days. Maybe it was just a stomach bug and he killed people just because of that. It was really my own fault. At the time, we had no one to taste my food or drink before it was served to me. I'm now much more careful. Hardly your fault someone poisoned you, dear. But as a ruler of a powerful kingdom, I should have taken more precautions to protect against such an amateur attack. Those closest to power must be wary. We've had to institute certain measures in the camps to protect against such stealthy enemies too. Have you had many problems there? Just a few, but there was one incident recently where assailants snuck into the camp under the cloak of night and murdered 8 of my men before they were cut down. Oh my, that's terrible. No officers, I hope? No, but it's still a tragedy to lose any good soldiers. Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry if you felt that I was diminishing the incident. No, I didn't take it that way, my queen, but I know that the kingdom needs all the soldiers it can use right now. Very true. Now, for this most recent incident, the one that led to the dismissal of my predecessor. Extreme dismissal. We exile him for his incompetence. 3 attempts on the king's life, David, and none of them prevented. Can you believe it? Now, dear, I'm alive and well. That's what's important. Well, for now you are. If we had kept the moron around, who knows what ill would have befallen you. I apologize for my wife's outbursts. She's just on edge, as we all are a bit. You have every right to be. But why exile and not death? Certainly that level of incompetence, if we assume that it was that, warrants an extreme punishment. Well, as you know, David, sometimes executions cause more issues with those in the camp. The same is true in the palace. Exile does not preclude death, should that be necessary. As for this final attack, it happened just when I returned to the palace, this time after dark. The rest of us were asleep, as I suspect some of the guards were. That's not good if the guards are asleep. As I entered the palace, my bodyguard was overwhelmed. Multiple attackers were engaged with them, and then 2 soldiers, or at least they looked to be soldiers, grabbed me and forced me back towards a waiting carriage. So they actually kidnapped you? Oh yes, it was awful. Thankfully, they wanted to take me to some place outside the city. My men quickly rounded up reinforcements and stopped them during their attempt to exit the palace. Okay, so that's pretty serious if they were inside the palace. With the carriage too. Well, that was certainly fortunate. Did the other guards on duty hear the commotion and come to assist? They were either too late or otherwise preoccupied. We brought in a new group of guards for the palace after this, worried that several of them might have been involved. And what happened to the old guards then? Scattered throughout the army, all sent to different units with instructions that their new commanders keep a very watchful eye for the slightest hint of unrest. Did you figure out who was behind this last attempt? That's what was most concerning. Except for the first attempt, we have only been able to determine the actual perpetrators who carried out the plan. Anyone else who schemed with them has yet to be uncovered. We've even had our best men use unconventional methods of persuasion on the perpetrators we have captured alive, so tortured. They tortured them. Nothing. They always seem to be one step ahead of us. You think that the last 2 incidents were planned by the same people? There's no way to know, but that's our suspicion. You must suspect someone close to you. Any ideas on whom? Well, the attacks have been well planned, but it wouldn't be difficult to determine our schedule for a day. It is honestly tough to say. Well, I'm here to serve and protect. The first thing we do is to vary your daily schedule, and I'm going to bring in some of my men for guard duty. We can trust them, and there will be extra eyes and ears for me. Excellent idea, David. This is why we brought you in. I'd also like to meet your advisors as well. Anyway. I need to get the sense of what they know. Hopefully none of them have been involved, but we will leave no stone unturned. Done. You may receive open opposition from those in a higher position, such as the advisors, but know that I support you by whatever means necessary so you may accomplish your task. I know you're loyal to the crown, and I know you desire to return to the front lines as soon as possible. I'm hopeful that you can flush out the villains in the matter of a few weeks, and you will be back to the campaign soon. Please excuse my husband, David. Excuse, Helena? If David wants to stay here in the royal palace, if he grows comfortable here and does not wish to return to the front, we will absolutely find him a permanent position here. He's been a soldier for years. He may be ready to settle down and enjoy a settled life. Even you have. Well, what my wife says is true, David. If you want to stay, or perhaps if a lovely woman here in the capital or palace catches your eye, please know that you will have a position here worthy of your service. Your generosity hasn't diminished. Thank you both. If it pleases you, I'll be off to begin making the proper arrangements to protect you. We will speak soon, and please send for me if you need anything. Of course, David. Be sure to familiarize yourself with the palace. I may recommend a stroll through the courtyard at least. It is beautiful this time of day. Be well, David. I always feel safer with you here. Oh, wait, I should probably save too. Oh, we got our mission. We got the new position, right? Well, this is a beautiful courtyard. I'm glad I have some of my men stationed around here though. I can only imagine that whoever is behind all this won't take kindly to my presence. David, you're here! Oh, Valentina, of course she's here. Princess Valentina. And you arrived just in time for my birthday tomorrow. That is quite the gift. Oh, I hope this won't be problematic. Maybe she's just happy to see me. It's been a few months since her last letter, so maybe she found someone else here to pursue. I missed you so. Did you come to see me? If you're here, this would be a great time to begin a courtship. Did you not know that your father called me to be his new chief guardian of the royal family? I heard that someone new was coming for the position, but I usually don't keep up with those kind of details. It's you? Well, congratulations. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Well, as happy as one can be under the circumstances. Just remember that your job is not just protecting my father, you must protect me as well. And your sisters, brother and mother. Yeah, of course, them too, but me most of all. Princess Valentina, I will protect you, but I hope you realize it isn't because of your love for me? Yes. Why did you never acknowledge what I said about us in the letter? Please understand that I didn't mean to hurt you, but the timing and location of my position means I can't contemplate such arrangements right now. That seems like an excuse to me. Are you trying to tell me you don't have any feelings for me, David? I'm not sure if I believe you. I've seen the way you look at me, and I'm a woman now, 18 and eligible to be married. So 19 tomorrow then? Yes, you'll be at my party, won't you? Not to be rude, but this is the first I'm hearing of it. I did just arrive. Consider this your official invitation then. I will be inconsolable without you there. Well, I wouldn't want to make you sad, particularly on your birthday. Exactly. Father might have you even exiled for that. That may be a bit unlikely, Princess Valentina, but I will be there. Excellent. Since you're staying in the palace now, will you at least spend some time with me? I know you may not share my feelings yet, but I hope you would at least be willing to get to know me better. I have a feeling that I could not avoid your company if I tried. Correct, David. The gods have truly favored me by bringing you here. And how are your sisters? Why are you changing the subject, and why do you ask about them? Jealousy is unbecoming, your highness. I'm not jealous. What would I possibly have to be jealous about? I'm the most beautiful of Aristelas' daughters, and whether you know it or not, we are destined to be together. Then you'll have no problems with me inquiring about your sisters. I suppose not. You're cute when you're angry. I'm not angry, and I'm not jealous. Understood, princess. So, how are they? Fine. Cassia's Cassia, she's probably trying on every destiny in the kingdom, and her zoo has been growing. Her zoo? Yeah, she loves animals so much. Anytime a new territory is added to the kingdom, she wants to know if there are any new animals she doesn't have. If so, she makes father send them here. It's quite smelly in that part of the palace, so I recommend you avoid it. And Princess Alenia as well? Did you not hear? Hear? Did something happen to her? No, but it is a miracle. She was going to be married to King Brennus, and she refused. Can you imagine the nerve? Nerve? A few years ago you said you would refuse to be married to anyone but me. How is that different? Because I love you. A marriage for love is completely different. She has no one, as far as I know, that she wants to marry, so why not abide by the agreement that would make our kingdom more secure? Well, I imagine King Arcellus was not happy with her decision. She's always been stubborn. I don't think it came as a complete surprise to him, but there was a lot of yelling, so I stayed away as much as possible. And your brother, Prince Marius, is he well? Yes, he's been busy trying to take on more royal duties, especially with our mother urging him on. Between you and me, he's nowhere near the ruler that my father is. Well, he is young, you have to give him time. I didn't know your father at that young age, but I do remember his earlier years. Even he has improved. Now, back to my birthday party. It is customary for a man to escort me to the party. I want you to do it. I don't believe I have anything in my wardrobe appropriate for such an honor. Well, we won't have time to see Cassie about getting you a proper attire. Just wear your nicest uniforms, but without the armor. Well, that I can do. But I'll need you in the courtyard to escort me in, just before sundown. Don't be late. Yes, your highness. Is that the mocking tone I detect? I love you, David, but I won't be mocked. No, not at all, your highness. I'll be there. Just remember that. Yes, I know. That doesn't mean you share my affections. I'm sure that will come to you as we spend more time together. You're always so sure about these things. I know what I want for my future. You'll come to see that soon enough. You'll love my dress. Cassia made certain that I had the most beautiful gown possible. I don't mean to seem rude, but I do need to get going, princess. If I don't see you tomorrow before the party, no, I'll be thinking about you. Will you be thinking about me? You're difficult not to think about. That was a, quite a funny answer. Like, yeah. How about a kiss goodbye? I suppose one won't hurt. What the? Oh, well, he fought like a cheek kiss. Sorry. Princess Valentina? What? Did you not enjoy it? She's sneaky. Well, I did, but what if someone saw us? I really don't see a problem. But I'll let you go. Be safe. You as well. Yeah, she is sneaky. Then again, she's very young. Good afternoon, David. I only just heard rumors of your arrival. Oh, this is Cassia, her, Valentina's sister. Well, older sister. Princess Cassia, it's been several years, but I'm glad to see you. Hopefully you are in good health? Yes, as well as I can be despite these trying times. Between us, I don't feel very comfortable walking around the palace given the multiple attempts on my father. I've had to have my dresses brought to the palace and inspected before they're brought to my chamber. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you say the dresses are inspected? Yes, of course. My father was worried that daggers could be smuggled in with them. Hopefully I can help you and your family feel safe again soon. Father did say that you were here to be our new chief guardian. You certainly can't be any worse than the last man. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. I didn't mean it like that. It's just that with 3 attempts we are all nervous about who might be next, especially since we know so little about who is behind all of this. I'm already beginning preparations for additional security. Shouldn't be more than a few days until that is in place. In the meantime, please be careful and let me know if you need anything. Well, now that you mention it, there is something I need. Of course, how may I be of service? Have you heard about my sister's birthday party? Fuck, I don't have time to model clothes until Princess Cassia is satisfied with my attire. Yes, I just found out a bit ago actually. Perfect, will you escort me? With the issues around the palace, I haven't had an opportunity to secure an escort. You mean men don't line up before dawn for the opportunity to see you? You're sweet, but no, they don't. Only some merchants that have come to call, and even they have been instructed to stay as far away from the palace for now. So, will you be my date then? I actually have the honor of escorting the birthday girl herself. That's how I found out about the party. Of course. I suppose since it's her party, it's only fair. Dateless and out with an out-of-fashion dress. This has certainly not been an ideal spring. Well, please do hurry and get things secure so I can at least have the proper attire for these events. Absolutely, Princess. I wouldn't want you to suffer. That's probably sarcasm. Poor Princess. She can't have all her dresses at the time that she wants them. Yeah. Thank you, David. One more thing before you go. Yes, Princess Cassia? Would you be available to stop by my room this evening? Your father might have me killed. Oh no, not for anything like that, you dirty man. I want you to check and make sure it's properly secure. The last Chief Guardian did not take my concern seriously. But the evening? Yes, I've got other business to attend to around the palace, and I won't be back until then. Then I can definitely do that. Is there a specific time I should arrive? Just after sundown will be fine. Please don't delay much past that, and knock 4 times to let me know that it is you. Of course, Princess. Will there be anything else you need? That's all. Take care, David, and I'll see you tonight. Okay. Don't tell me that every single princess is gonna, hit on me. Oh, things could be worse, I guess. Alright, just knock 4 times and get this over with. I have expect some giant spider to come walking down the hallway. It's one thing to be out in the open in the camp, but all these walls, all these walls in an unfamiliar place make me feel a bit like a caged animal. David, is that you? Yes, Princess, it's me. Just a moment then. Oh, thank you for being so prompt. What a lovely room. Thank you, I decorated myself. I still intend to get a few new pieces. It seems a bit bare. It's quite spectacular. Where would you like me to start? I don't know, but you can check to make sure that no one could get in. I'm always concerned that someone will sneak in while I'm sleeping. Of course, I don't want you being in fear or anything. Thank you. Alright, door lock looks good. And no one is going to attempt to get through these windows. Even if they tried, it would cause such a loud commotion that they quickly have the guards sending arrows their way. All looks well, Princess Cassia. I don't believe you have a thing to worry about. Be sure to lock the door, as that is the only viable entry for anyone. Believe me, I've been keeping it locked as soon as I get in. Would you stay a few extra minutes while I get changed for bed? Maybe I should just wait outside the door until you're done. I'm just going to step behind the curtain. I won't be long. But if you peek... I enjoy living, Princess Cassia. Good to hear. I'll be just a moment. It's so good to have you here. I feel safer already. Our last Chief Guardian seemed very unconcerned whenever I brought up anything. Was there anything specific you mentioned to him? Well, one night I decided to stroll in the courtyard. We have guards posted around the courtyard all the time, so I didn't think anything of it. The moonlight provides excellent light, and there is nothing like the cool breeze at night. But I did not see any guards that night at all. I thought I heard noises. It may have just been my imagination, but I hurried back to my room. The next day, I brought this to the attention of the Chief Guardian, and he just brushed me aside and said he would look into it. That does seem very strange. I thought so too. I haven't been out at night since then. I did speak with my father about it, and he assured me there would be more guards. I've just been too scared to check for them myself. Dude, you really should not peek through the... This guy wants to be hanged or sent into the dungeon. I did see guards outside your room. You know what? Or maybe she did want me to see her naked. Okay, I did see a guard outside your room, and there were others on my way here. Nevertheless, I'll be sure to check for the guards in the courtyard tonight before I retire to my chamber. If there aren't any, I'll wake up the palace commander myself. There, all ready for bed. Holy shit, maybe I'm going with the wrong sister. Jesus, dude, chillax. Do you like what you see, David? If it isn't too late to change your mind and go with the most beautiful of the king's daughters. I couldn't go back on my word to your sister, Princess Cassia. A shame. She's not the only one looking for a husband. I believe your father will make that decision. Perhaps, but I can easily persuade him, especially if my choice is someone who has served him so well. Are you committed to pursuing Valentina? What? No, I'm not committed to anyone. I'm here to protect your family. That's what I came here to do. Well, it doesn't hurt to look for other opportunities while you're here. I'm sure once you get everything under control, you'll have more time to pursue your own interests. I'm often looking for a new diversion. Perhaps I could display some of my most recent garments. I love to show some to you, some of them to someone, like a private little show, just for you. Did you need anything else before I go? All business, huh? Well, since you refuse to reconsider your escort choice, I don't suppose there is anything else I need. But there will be other events, and I will not stand for being second to little Valentina regularly. Good night, David. Thank you again for your inspections. Evening. Good evening, General David. Is it well tonight? All's well tonight? Yes, sir. I haven't noticed anything unusual. Are you here every night? Most, but not all. I rotate my shift with another guard. I was informed recently that there was at least one night where no guards were outside some of the royal family's chambers or the courtyard here. Any ideas why that would be? No, sir. I haven't missed an assignment, and those are both high-risk areas. We even have a patrol that comes through here regularly, and if I have to step away, I must wait for them to cover my post. I see. Well, thank you, and have a good night. Good night, sir. This doesn't add up at all. I'll speak to the palace commander in the morning. Yeah. Maybe this guy is lying. Maybe the guard is lying. Maybe Cass is lying? Well, why would she be lying? It certainly is a beautiful day. Once I get things straightened out and secure here, I'll have to enjoy it. Looks like the palace Looks like the palace commander. What fantastic timing. General Gallius, do you have a moment? Of course, David. I was planning on finding you today. Congratulations on your new position. Quite the honor. You're too kind. I'm just hoping we can get some stability and safety back to the palace. I agree. I'm afraid your predecessor was occasionally a bit careless. It almost felt like he was trying to cause an issue sometimes. Yes, about that. I'm told there was an incident a while back. Oh no. Other than the 3 incidents I'm sure you've heard about, there have been no other infractions as far as I'm aware. Are you entirely certain? Well, Princess Cassia herself told me about the incident last night. It's not so much a pointed attempt as a security oversight. There was at least one night where Princess Cassia's bedroom and the courtyard did not have any guards. What? That's terrifying. I assure you that, had I been informed, I would have done something. I don't remember the king summoning me and asking for more guards to be stationed. I just assumed it was a request due to the attempts on his life. You can imagine that would have happened. What could have happened? Yeah, nothing good. This is quite concerning. Did things seem secure last night when you toured the castle? Yes, I didn't notice any problems. Good, but any lapse is worrisome, and the recent assassination attempts make that all the worse. Do you need me to investigate further? You know what? Yes, we need to get to the bottom of this. Of course, I'll report back soon, and I assure you the men responsible will be punished. Well, see the thing, I don't trust Julian, so I'm gonna have to investigate on my own. Sorry, Julian, nothing personal, I just don't know you. Well enough. David! Such a lovely morning. It's been very nice before the heat of day. How are you, Princess Valentina? Better now. Are you ready for your party tonight? Absolutely. I can't wait to have you escort me in. Everyone will be looking at us. I'm sure they will be looking at you, Princess. And my handsome escort. It's going to be the best party. Oh, there you are, David. Thank you again for everything last night. What? Last night? What do you mean, Cassia? Calm down, Valentina. The general just stopped by to check out the security of my room. At night? Oh, you tease. Leave him alone. David is mine. Don't be such a child. I'm not a child. I'm a woman. Then quit acting like a child. What exactly did you do with David last night? He stopped by, at my request, to make sure my room was secure, just as I said. Don't worry, I didn't spend the night with him. Yet. He won't be gracing your bed anytime soon. He's my day tonight, and don't you forget it. Oh, I know, Valentina. Given how loud you constantly are, I'm sure the entire palace is aware at this point. They should know, it's my birthday and he's my escort. Enjoy your night with him, Valentina. I'm sure he'll be looking for someone a bit more mature soon. Why, you prudish? So, Princess Valentina, is your dress ready for the evening? Why, yes it is. I had my final fitting this morning. You're going to love it. I look forward to seeing you in it. My dress is also ready. Regretfully, it's last year's fashion, but that should still put me a few years ahead of Valentina's dress. Jesus, these two sure do love to fight. I wonder if Princess Cassia's tigers fight like this. I'm sure you'll both be very lovely and very fashionable this evening. Speaking of, don't you need to start getting ready for this evening, Valentina? The guest of honor always needs extra time to prepare so as to not disappoint her guests. I'm ready to prepare for tonight whenever you are, Cassia. Nonsense. You're not along. I'm going to stay with David. He needs some company. I don't think so. I'm not leaving you here with him to try to talk to him into being your date. I'll stay too. Ladies, as much as I would love to, I actually have some business I need to attend to, but I'll see you both this evening. You'll see me first. Yes, Princess Valentina, I'll be sure to get there at the proper time. Yes, she's really being childish. And jealous. Wonderful. See you soon, David. Way to appear desperate, Valentina. Cassia! Have a good day, ladies. Jesus. Why do I feel like tonight may be the greatest challenge? It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be a party. That's what she's wearing? Really dark? Okay. You're here. I told you I would be. It's not that I don't trust you, it's Cassia. Let's just forget about that for right now. Shall I escort you in? Oh, one more minute. I just need to let this soak in. Princess Valentina? I'm just so happy. It's been such a stressful few months and now it's my birthday and I have the most wonderful date. Escort. Date, I'm the princess, I set the rules. Is that so? Of course, it's one of the benefits of being a princess. One of the benefits? Along with having a gorgeous general escort you into your birthday party and be your date for the night. And your future husband. What was that, princess? Nothing, nothing. Shall we go? I was kind of thinking that she would wear something more, I don't know, lively, more colorful, maybe some white, anyway, or maybe not white, but you know, something lighter. Anyway, interesting choice of dress. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Royal Highness, Princess Valentina. Isn't this exciting? I'm so glad you're my escort. You're so much better than the others I've had. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Princess Valentina. Oh, I am. Shall we dance? Regretfully, I'm not the one for dancing. I can have you executed if you don't. Excuse me? I'm teasing, but as my escort, you really should dance with me. For the guest of honor, I suppose I could make an exception. Fantastic. For one who doesn't like to dance, you're not terrible at it. So your toes are still intact then? You haven't stepped on them yet. And you don't have much longer. We can go and sit down after this song. Huh, that's a relief. Do you not enjoy dancing with me? It's not you, princess, it's the dancing, especially with everyone watching. I love that everyone's watching. I bet my sisters are jealous. Is that all you care about, your highness? Making your sisters jealous? No. I really like you, David. I'm very happy that you're the one here with me. Perhaps we should talk to my father tonight? Sorry? Teasing again. You need to lighten up. It's a party. What are you looking at? I'm just looking around. We need to be careful with everything that's happened. I don't want to think about that now. I'll protect you, Princess Valentina. I know, but it's my birthday. I need one day where I'm not worried about someone from my family being kidnapped or killed. I'm sorry, your highness. I didn't mean to upset you. I know you're here to protect us, but tonight I need for you to just be with me. I won't leave your side. I feel so safe with you. Thank you for being my escort. Of course, Princess Valentina. Are you ready to go sit down? Sure. Well, okay. She's being okay-ish, not as pushy. Okay, what's with the dark dresses? I mean, seriously, if you want to really, you know, capture the attention of everyone, you don't dress in black, unless it's a, you know, little black dress. But even that, you know, you want a nightgown, maybe some red, some, I don't know, maybe. Anyway, we'll see. Good evening, General David. Good evening, Princess Cassia. Enjoying yourself? I have to admit, it is a lovely birthday celebration. Congratulations, Valentina. You really mean it? Yes, I'm glad you're having such a lovely celebration, especially given the strain of the past few months. Agreed. Did you see us dancing? Or maybe just saw your sister dancing? I saw both of you, yes. General David would be quite the capable dancer with only a few lessons. I'll be happy to practice with you anytime, David. I have a bit more experience, Valentina. Once security around the palace is more to my satisfaction, I'll be happy to let you both practice with me. Good evening. Happiest of birthdays, Valentina. Thank you, Alenia. Are you having a good time? Very much so. It's a lovely birthday. And this must be the new Chief Guardian I've heard so much about? I'm glad we have someone more competent in that position. That's exactly what I told Father this morning. The abilities of the last one left much to be desired. Well, there were far too many lapses, but hopefully those awful incidents are behind us. I'm afraid... Sorry, that's me. I'm afraid we haven't been formally introduced, Princess Alenia. I do remember you from camp when you were young. Is it perhaps a bit too far in my past for me to recall, unfortunately? Are you settling in well? He is. I made sure to make him feel welcome. I believe I was asking the General, Valentina. It's rather rude to interject when you're not being spoken to. Wow, damn. Sorry. I'm pleased to hear that you're settling in, General. When you have some time, I'd like to discuss a few concerns I have. I can, of course, wait until after this evening's festivities. I'd be happy to discuss when it suits you best. Any concerns will get my foremost attention. Excellent. Enjoy the rest of the party. You aren't staying, Alenia? Oh, I'll be nearby, but I don't wish to disrupt your date, Valentina. Date? See? I told you, Cassia. Valentina, perhaps goading and gloating is better suited for private conversations. It is unflattering to cause a stir at an event like this. Do enjoy your birthday. Yes, Alenia. Thank you for coming by. It was a pleasure, Princess Alenia. Please bring your concerns to me at your earliest convenience. Absolutely. Have a wonderful evening. I'll accompany Alenia. I don't want Valentina to feel like I was somehow distracting her date. Did you see that? They always treat me like I'm a child. I'm 19. I'm a woman. You are the youngest, Princess Valentina. I know, but I'm fully grown. I'm not a child. I don't think you're a child, Your Highness, but older siblings will behave that way sometimes. That is true, actually. I mean, she might be, 19, but she's always going to be, the baby sister to Cassia and Alenia, so... I guess you're right. At least I have the best escort. I'm honored to be your escort. Oh look, my parents are coming over. In the name of what is holy, please don't let Valentina bring up marrying me to her father. Oh, that would be rough. Valentina, you're looking so lovely. Thank you, Father. Have you seen who is escorting me this evening? I'm honestly surprised you got him out on the dance floor. I've never thought of him as much of a dancer. He isn't, but he danced with me. I see that at least one of my daughters has already been able to talk you into doing what she wishes. I could not refuse a member of the royal family, Your Highness. You don't have to do anything my daughters request, David. You won't get on my bad side from declining their rather eccentric supplications. Supplications? I don't know what a supplication is. He wanted to be my date though, didn't you, David? Of course. Just remember that he has other responsibilities too, Valentina. Yes, Mother, I know, but tonight he's here to make my birthday special. Seems like you have quite the admirer already, David. Might I speak to you in private for a second, David? Absolutely, my king. What did you need, King Aricelas? Well, General, I understand from Princess Cassia that she informed you about the situation she had a few weeks ago. with the missing guards? Yes, I spoke to the palace commander about it first thing this morning. I'm glad to see you on top of things already. I knew that bringing you in would be a wise move. Any word on what the issue was? He gave me his word that he would investigate it promptly. I'm going to be sure he gets to the bottom of this. See that he does. Between us, I don't want to upset Helena by discussing this in our meeting earlier. I'm worried that these plots extend much deeper than we know. Extend deeper? You think there are more in the palace involved? I can't be certain, of course. But that's your job. Be very wary, David. I'm not sure who you can ultimately trust right now, but I trust you to be discerning. I appreciate your confidence. I'll be careful. Is there a way for us to communicate without interference, should the need arise? Do you remember the old code we used back in camp? Of course. I've been using a modified version of it with my own troops. Excellent. Let's use that for now, so as to not arouse suspicion from anyone who may take an interest in our communications. And you remember the phrase to indicate danger? There are trolls in the hills? That's the one. Thank you again, David. I'll let you get back to Valentina. She seems quite taken with you. Tread lightly, or you may break a few hearts while you're here. She's a lovely young woman, and this evening has been a pleasant one away from the worries of the past few days. I agree. Go spend some time with your date. Though I need to warn you, she's always been the most charming of my daughters. She always gets her way somehow. I'll be on guard. Thank you so much all for coming. On behalf of my daughter, Valentina, my queen, Helena, and our entire family, we are honored to have shared this wonderful day with you all. Long live the king! Long live the king! So did you ask him? No. Oh, I thought you would. We've been over this already, Princess Valentina. It would have been a great birthday present, I'm just saying. I thought being your date was the birthday present? Well, I'm completely fine with you getting me more than one present. I'll keep that in mind. Another dance? When did I agree to that? When you refused to get me a second present. Very well. My lady, would you accompany me to the dance floor? With pleasure, David. Thank you. For being with me tonight and making me so happy. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. It's been a great night. When are you available tomorrow? Tomorrow? I think I may have other responsibilities. After you finish those, I'm sure you'll be free in the evening. Are you positive? I have a mysterious night mission. Oh, do you? Tell me about it. Well, firstly, if it was secret, I couldn't tell you. But I'm a princess, you must tell me. That isn't how that works, Your Highness. And also, maybe it's a secret mission to get you another present. If it's that, I'll just wait to find out then. But do you have a super secret mission? No, not that I know of. Then you're free to come and see me. Excellent. What? You checked Cassie's room to make sure it was secure. It would be very rude and careless of you not to come and check mine as well. You make a fair point. I shall check the security of your rooms, but that is all. We shall see. I'm not ready for the night end. Let's go outside for a bit. I need some fresh air. As you wish, Princess Valentina. You're so formal tonight. Well, I should be formal all the times, right? I mean, are you having a good time? I am. I got to dance with a beautiful woman and enjoy some delicious food. Beautiful woman. That's so sweet. I am a bit tired though. We won't be long. I just want to get you alone for a bit. Princess Valentina, we aren't... not out here. Not what I meant. Would you please consider talking to my father? Princess Valentina, we at the minimum need to get to know each other better before I even consider that. People get married all the time who barely know each other. Alina almost married some guy that she's never even met. And she didn't want that, did she? No, but we know each other. Well, not well. We can spend some time to get to know each other better though. I will make you that promise. I guess I'll have to live with that. Look on the bright side, you got to spend your birthday with me. True, it has been a lovely time. And Cassia was so jealous. What was that? I said it's been fabulous. Actually, I have a gift for you. Oh really? My birthday isn't for a few more months. Well, I know, but you deserve this. Oh, a kiss? Okay. Seriously, she's just trying to kiss so someone else sees and, you know, they start gossiping around the palace. Did you at least look around to make sure no one saw that? No, I did not need to. If anyone has a problem, they can take it up with Princess Valentina. Will you escort me back to my room? Of course. Will you dream of me? I have no control over my dreams, Princess. It's possible I'll dream of gladiators or something. Huh, you could at least make the effort. Happy birthday, Princess Valentina. Oh, kiss on the cheek, finally. One more kiss? Only because you're the birthday girl. Birthday woman? Good night, Your Highness. Good night, my love. Short of throwing her into the river or leaving her with a pack of wolves, I'm not sure anything is going to end her quest to marry me. At least she didn't bring it up with a king tonight. She is trouble. She is trouble for sure. Who's this guy? David, a word. Aristina's, isn't it? Yes, though we haven't been properly introduced. As the king's chief advisor, I assume we wouldn't have met sooner. My apologies, I assure you I meant no disrespect. My inspection of the grounds and interactions with the king's daughters have kept me busy. A nanny now, how charming. Not that, just whatever the issue that have prevented our meeting sooner, I need to give you a warning. As an accomplished general, I think I know how to protect myself, thank you. Not that kind of warning. I want to ensure that you don't fall victim to the conspiracies around here. I also feel I have a good bit of experience avoiding those. Perhaps, but the palace is different. There is danger at every turn, and things are not always as they seem. Are you talking about Princess Cassia's tiger collection? They are in cages, but the people around here are the real danger. Many a man has fallen victim to the palace intrigues. Keep your head down, there's no sense in being the next victim. The next victim? What exactly do you know, Aristanesis? We will talk more soon. Get some rest. That's where I'm headed. A wise choice. Those adventurers out late never know what they might be caught up in. I'm not afraid of the dark, and I'll go out at any time I need to in order to protect the royal family. Interesting. Good night then, David. Be safe. A pleasure talking to you. Did that sound more like a threat than him actually wishing me safety? Also, that much purple? Not right at all. You know what? I agree with David on this one. I like purple, but that's too much purple. That's too much purple. And he's suspicious. He's on my top list of suspicious people in the palace. David, how are you? Joe Nicobar. So good to see you, old friend. I'm well, though, trying to get a handle on the situation here. Understandable. It's been quite a mess. I'm back for a brief period to ensure that we have some extra security in the city. I'll be leaving a small garrison before I return to the northern border. I'm happy to hear that you're leaving some troops. I've got some more of my own coming for additional security in the palace as well. Who's this with you? This is my lovely daughter, Kaylin. She lives here in the city, so we're spending some time together before I return. Damn girl, what is she, an exotic dancer? What's with this outfit? A pleasure to meet you, Caitlin. Not Caitlin. She's not Caitlin, no, Kaylin. Very nice to meet you, David. I've heard so much about you from my father, and those in the city know your name from all you've accomplished on the eastern frontier. See, David, you're famous. Or infamous. Harley, you've been an excellent general. It's nice to regale Kaylin with stories of someone other than myself. I think she gets a little bored hearing about her father's ventures. Hey, your list of ventures is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, there is no doubt. I sometimes marvel that I've made it this far without some serious injury or death. Are things going well in the north? I'm afraid that I've been a bit preoccupied to know much of the news. Things are challenging. King Brennus has been sending raiding parties across the border. They strike quickly and then return to the kingdom. We've avoided pursuing them to ensure we don't escalate the conflict, but I'm beginning to think that is not a good long-term strategy. Is King Brennus the one who Princess Alenia refused to marry? Yes. And that has only made the situation worse. You can imagine his embarrassment. We've held our own so far, but I worry that what happens if he combines his forces and in a sustained attack. With things quiet in the east, hopefully we can send reinforcements to you soon if you need to strike decisively. Oh, I appreciate the offer. I may take you up on that. I'll be assessing the situation again once I get back to the front, but I'll send you the word to you if more men are needed. I think we might be boring Kalen with all this military talk. Was it that obvious? Well, my daughter has her father's spirit. She cannot hide her true feelings. War is never ending, it seems. Securing our border is a constant struggle, that is true. It often seems expansion is the only thing that can constantly provide peace. That actually doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's still war, constant war. As you proved in the east, once you took territory and held it, we finally had calm. Yeah, I don't think Kalen agrees. I'm so sorry, Kalen. Have you always lived in the city? I moved here with my husband a few years ago. It's a lovely city here. Do you have any children? No, my husband passed away a few years ago before we had a chance at the family. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that, Kalen. There was no way for you to know. It was an unexpected loss, but Kalen has the strong spirit to get through it. Right now, I'm a weaver in the city. Oh, have you made anything from Princess Cassia? I understand her appetite for new wardrobe pieces is quite insatiable. I wish I had the honor of serving the princess. Unfortunately, that is the task of more renowned weavers than I. Well, perhaps I can speak to her. She was recently complaining about the lack of variety she has, but perhaps you could fix that. Oh, that would be wonderful. See, Kalen, David just can't help being kind. I did learn from the best. Me? I suppose I did take it easy on you recruits, but I wasn't far ahead of you in command either. My father's a kind heart behind that metal shell. She just has to act tough on the battlefield. He just has to act tough. Which is something the kingdom is grateful for. Him being tough but also nice, kinda. I hate to cut this reunion short, David, but I need to get to the barracks to get my men settled in. I hope we have time to catch up again before I return to the frontier. Absolutely. It was wonderful seeing you. David, can I ask you a bit more about what Princess Cassie is seeking in a wardrobe? I'm not sure I'll be able to provide much detail, but I'm happy to try. Well then, you two can talk fashion. Karen, I'll head to the barracks and meet you back at your house later. Very well. See you soon, father. I really haven't had like many options. Many cases where I had to, respond, but okay. I had to choose a reply. I know nothing about fashion, Kanan, so this should be interesting. Oh, I figured you might not be able to answer any questions, but I wanted to speak to you alone. Well then, what can I do for you? I've heard about you from my father, but what brought you here to the city? I'm the new chief guardian for the royal family. Oh, so you're here to put an end to these awful assassination attempts? Thank goodness. Well, that's my goal. I'm still familiarizing myself with the palace, but I don't foresee it being too difficult. The king is well loved throughout the kingdom, so we just need to root out those who wish him harm. Well, he may be liked throughout the kingdom, but there are a surprising amount of people in the city who dislike him. That's news to me. Do you know of anything specific? Not specifically, no. I've always had respect for the king, especially given that what my father had said about him. But it isn't hard to hear the talk in the streets of people who sound very angry with him. Though I'm not sure they're upset enough to make any attempt on his life. You know how people just like to hear themselves speak? Well, if you hear anything else, please let me know. I'll make sure the palace guards know that you are able to reach me. Anything to assist you. Is there something else you wish to discuss? It isn't often a famous general comes to our city. Usually men of your military renown are all off on the frontiers. Well, You do know your father, surely a famous journalist, not that much of a novelty. Well, you do make a fair point. Are you married? Much like you, my spouse is no longer alive. Wow, so he's older, that's one thing at least. Then we are similar, although it is a sad thing to share. That it is. But surely a woman as lovely as you has prospects. Not currently, unfortunately. Well, I'm new in the city and I'd love to spend some time getting to know a bit more about the area. Perhaps you would be willing to share your experiences and knowledge with me? Is he asking her out for a date? Would such a meeting be for the knowledge of the city or for the company? Definitely for the company. Wow, okay, dude. Dude, you have princesses all over you and you're... Okay. Okay. Well then, I couldn't refuse. I will happily share what I know of the city, although I cannot guarantee it will be of much use to you. I will of course share whatever I can. And when can I see you? How about tonight? My father will want to rest after visiting the barracks. Wonderful. Come to the palace gate, I'll make sure the guards know to let you in and escort you to me. I look forward to it. Until tonight, David. Take care, Kaelin. Oh, this is gonna be... I'm gonna make Valentina and Cassia jealous, or Valentina's gonna be super pissed. That was a lovely dinner. It was great to see you again, Kaelin. This is a nice change of pace for me. I haven't been on a date in years. A lovely woman like yourself? Well, I've had suitors, true, but they typically won my hand because they'd be the son-in-law of a famous general. Well, that's their loss then. It's so comfortable here. It definitely helps that the sun has gone down. I'm sure. The city is so hot during the day, I try to stay indoors or else I feel like I'm about to burn up. You haven't adjusted to the heat? Not at all. I really don't know how you did it out in the eastern desert. I grew up in the mountains where it was so cool. I honestly miss snow, but no chance of that here. Well, at least the winters are mild. Yeah, the one benefit of being here. It sounds like you're not enjoying the city very much. Why stay? Well, I have friends. It's home now. I'm certainly not going to live on the frontier near my father. The shops in the city make it wonderful for me to try new fabrics. Being the capital city, we get different fabrics from across the kingdom. Well, I can see the benefits there. What is your favorite place in the city? There's this beautiful temple right in the middle of the lake. You can take a boat out to it, but they only allow a few people at a time, so it's calm and peaceful. And the shade of the temple with the water around it make it feel around it can make it feel much cooler than the city. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'd love to take you sometime. I'm sure you're busy with your duties, but when you have some time, I will happily take you. I'll definitely make time for that then. Kaelin, I have to say, when I first saw you, I was almost speechless. Really? You definitely know how to flatter a woman. Come on, she's heard that before. It's easy when they're as beautiful as you. My father won't be expecting me for a few hours. Perhaps you could show me your room and we can get to know each other better? Ooh, our first choice here, okay. This is pretty straightforward. The first day we had and she's already coming to my room. Okay, you know what? It is too soon and I really don't want to piss off any princess, so I'm gonna back off a little bit. It's a bit too soon. I appreciate your offer, Kaelin, but let's give it a bit more time before we take that step. Oh, I guess she's upset. I understand. Thank you again for this evening. Will I see you again soon? Absolutely. Be safe getting back home and tell your father I give my best. She's upset, but come on, you can't just throw yourself at people. Oh, and that was it. All right, so everyone, that was the first chapter. That was the first chapter of To Be King. Now, if you want to see more stuff, especially more not safe for work stuff, you can try out the chapter yourself and choose to have Kaelin in your room instead of ending your date. So that's something that you can do, and you can see what happens there. It's no, not safe for work. That's what I'm gonna say. So check it out. To be a king. It's on itch.io right now for Windows and Mac OS. I definitely want to see more of the story. I kind of feel like with Kalen, David was just like maybe way too forward. I mean, it's such a weird thing that he wouldn't be more responsive to the princesses, but to her, I don't know. Maybe he actually likes her, and you know, she caught his eye, and she's got a crush on her. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens in yes. We'll have to see what happens in Chapter 2. For now, you can play Chapter 1. You can also support the game on Patreon. See the links in the description below for all that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up real quick. And if you like what I do here, consider subscribing. That would be actually immensely helpful if you could subscribe. Tell other people about the channel. Spread the word. Check out the back catalog too. Check out YouTube. Check out BitChute if you want to see all the cool games that I cover. And of course, after that, please take just half a minute to see the ways through which you can support me so I can continue doing this for a very long time. You can either give me a direct donation through PayPal, or you can support me whenever you make a purchase on the Epic Games Store, the Humble Store, Fanatical. You just have to use an affiliate link or a creator tag, which, you know, all of those are in the description below. You can also check out the Brave browser. That's another great way to help out. Download the Brave browser through the referral link in the description, install it, you know, use it. If you end up using it for at least a month, then I will get a small crypto reward from the Brave software team. If you already use the Brave browser, of course, you can tip me basic attention tokens, bats that you can get through Brave. You can tip me those bats on any video of mine on YouTube or on any post that I make on Twitter at Cryptic Hybrid. Follow me there. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. This has been To Be a King, Chapter 1, and until the next time we see each other, have an awesome day.